love was so strong, not even the prison bars. Not even the prison bars. That technically is wrong. Sophia, listen. Like, we would mate. We don't know what we're talking about. Why are we acting like scientists? What are we talking about?
Baby, there ain't nobody like you. Do you feel the same?
Well, welcome. Cheers. Little bit of ASMR. That does sound good to me.
Clink.
Cheers. To love and life.
Cheers.
Wait. To 2021. Cheers.
Why aren't they like clinking?
Wait, is it because we're not holding it here?
Oh.
Is it because they're full?
Wow. Wait, so hold the top then. Does that change the... Oh.
Wait, let's try that again. You try here. If you hold it from the stem, is it...
Different pitch.
Ah, different pitch.
And then let's hold it from
here. Different pitch. No, it wasn't.
Has this glass straw broke?
No,
was there a head on it?
No, that's just a straight one. This is just
because mine broke straight away when I got it home. I was pissed off.
What I've got in here is a little bit of
a cocktail.
A little bit of Smirnoff. A little bit of Smirnoff on a Monday night.
Remember when we used to get Tesco vodka?
No, we used to get Tesco gin.
I remember. No, it was Tesco vodka. It was it was £10 for like a...
Oh my god! Wait. Wasn't it £2.50 for...
No.
Wait, £10 for the little one, wasn't it?
Or like £8.50 for the little one.
Yeah, it was like a little bottle.
We'd get one each.
It was a little bottle like this size.
Yeah.
I'd be like, right, one each.
Yeah. And our goal would be to finish that at 3 drinks. It's actually quite
honestly, I don't know how I used to drink like I did. I would have a whole bottle of wine, this large, rosé.
See, I never did that.
Like, but prior to leaving to drink more. And I have 2 glasses of wine now, and I'm like,
I've never done a whole bottle of wine to myself, ever.
That's good. It's a dangerous habit. Because it was a dangerous habit. Like, I'll just go get a bottle of wine, and it was like you had to finish the bottle of wine.
Yeah.
It was bad. That's really bad.
But you started it because you didn't want to drink all the lemonade and the gas, the Coke, get quite burpy.
It's like work well with gassy drinks.
I just never got into wine, and I always wish I did, but I just never got into like the wine.
No, but it's nice now when we would like go to a restaurant, we get a nice bottle of rosé, nice pale.
Yeah, but we'd struggle to finish it, the 2 of us.
But one time we did finish that.
We did.
Champagne.
That was
we're on a good vibe that night. We downed it. We thought, fucking hell, that was like, jeez. And then, so we finished that whole bottle, and then when we went out another time, we were like, let's get that bottle again.
Yeah,
that was like,
bottle, babe.
Same bottle, please.
Fuck it.
Oh, we fucking couldn't drink it. I was like, why?
We drank most of it though.
Yeah, but it didn't taste
But it didn't
nice.
go down as easy.
I was like, Sophia, this is...
I think because the time before, like, we were like, oh, are we gonna get to go somewhere after?
Right,
and then the second time we were like, it's 10 PM, like,
we just wanted to go to bed.
Yeah.
So yeah, we wasted a bit of wine though.
So we're back on our vodka. Haven't drank vodka now.
Well, we're just, look, guys, we deserve it.
We're just bored.
it's just.
I am so bored of this life.
Look. The optimism, but the optimism in the air,
let my hair down,
is insane, right? All we've got to do is get through Feb. Also, you know what will make you feel better? February's only 28 days.
Nice. Think about it.
This month was 31 days. Am I correct?
Yeah, you are.
So we are saving ourselves 3 days.
True. A long weekend.
That's a long weekend. We'd say 28 days is like, we get to March.
Yeah. I saw this thing and it was like, things to look forward to in Feb.
Yes.
And it was like, Valentine's Day, Pancake Day. I thought, lovely time to celebrate that is.
Oh, can we do a big
Pancake Day?
Wait, are we going to do it for dinner?
Oh, imagine if we could do a bottomless brunch.
Oh. We can have our own.
Yeah.
Why don't we,
what do you do?
Should we make pancakes all evening? And like have different ones with Nutella and lemon and fucking sugar and maple syrup. Let's get some like cool shit.
Some cool sprinkles
then
on there.
Then we'll do crepes, we'll do American style, we'll do waffles.
Yeah, fuck it.
Fuck it.
It's gonna be a good time.
What a good night that's gonna be. And we'll do like a Galentine's vid for sure.
Yeah, what should we do on Galentine's?
Put on like, we'll order ourselves like a red robe.
Yeah.
But fuzzy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And maybe some red lip.
Yeah, so we're gonna get dolled up then, are we?
I mean, I'm thinking we just swan about having like red themed things.
Yeah.
Red cupcakes, red cookies,
red velvet cupcakes.
Red velvet. What else? What could we have as a main dish?
Tomato pasta.
Yes, yes, and yes. Then
Some carbohydrates.
As an extra dessert, we'll have a matcha with the Love Heart ice cubes.
How cute is
And
that?
we'll just be like, wow.
Oh, that sounds lovely.
When is that?
14th of Feb.
So we've got 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
So cheers to that. Cheers to
that.
a great. Right, okay, right.
Valentine.
What we're here to do today.
Right, we are gonna
I
read,
asked on
respond,
Instagram.
and react.
Read, respond, react appropriately. So we asked for your confession. But we've got a few screenshotted. We're just gonna keep drinking and just have a lovely evening.
Keep going with the
We
flow.
should have some snacks.
Yeah, well, I did a good supermarket shop today at Sainsbury's.
Get you lots of snacks.
I've realised, I've learned.
Did you like
now-
those seaweed crisps?
Loved them, yeah.
They're 10 out of 10.
I've learned now that Sainsbury's do the best vegan food in terms of like what they have available.
I think I agree with that.
Yeah. So today they have all this vegan shit that Tesco doesn't have, Waitrose doesn't have,
Asda
M&S doesn't have, Asda doesn't have. This whole like, what did I buy? I bought these. I bought so many.
You told me
things.
you got vegan steaks.
Yeah, I got these vegan steaks, which I've always been a bit like, but they actually look really nice. I wanted to try them. Just loads of stuff that they just do. I can never find anywhere else. Even like loads of Linda McCartney stuff.
Yeah.
That's never in Tesco or anything.
Fuck.
So
I need to go to Sainsbury's.
My
M&S
fridge is looking nice and full.
actually isn't that great for, well, because they don't have a lot of non-branded stuff. It's all M&S stuff. So you can't get Linda McCartney shit there,
No,
can
you can't.
And their
No, you can't.
their plant kitchen range is good. Some of it tastes weird.
Some of it's weird.
Some of it's weird, some of it's good.
And it's hit and miss. Like
they don't have
sometimes
oat milk at my one either.
No, it's weird.
No oat milk.
No oat
Or they
milk.
have this
Weird.
They have
M&S
this
milk.
weird oat milk that's like water. It was like water.
No.
Bizarre.
They've only recently started stocking BioLife.
Yeah, only recently. Fuck. They've got their own vegan cheese.
Yeah,
now, but
weird.
Whoa, scared of that.
Right.
Right, here we go.
Right.
Let's just dive in. It's just a chill chat.
Let's see how crazy you guys really are.
These are like middle of the ground. No, they're crazy. Some are crazy, but they're not like, you know, crazy.
Hello everyone. A very special day today, guys, because His Loss Apparel is now live.
Dive into a bit of His Lost boy talk, bitch.
Why do we waste all these years on these stupid boys? It pisses me off.
The thing is, like, you will never get into a relationship like that again.
You will never stand for that behaviour ever
Exactly.
again. We've got a guy here who's in prison, still managing to send flowers. There is no excuse.
She was putting pics on her stories in my bed with my bed sheets, with my clothes that I hadn't picked up yet in the background.
What do we say to that? His loss.
I am ready to get into a relationship. And there is this guy I've been dating for a while now. He is really amazing and husband material. But the thing is, his name is Cornelius.
Okay, I'm engaged, but I still flirt with multiple guys to keep myself entertained. Look, sis, that technically is wrong. Sophia, listen, say you're engaged to a guy, the love of your life. Oh, this is my future hubby.
What a twat.
Yeah, he's my angel. He's flirting with girls to keep himself entertained. Are you mad? No! Are you mad? Sophia, you can't be like, oh wow.
No,
but when she puts it like that,
I know, it
she
seems
puts
so
it like,
harmless.
it seems so harmless, but you've got to flip the switch.
Because flirting is harmless, bottom line. Like flirt. No, listen what I'm going to say.
Picture your boyfriend.
No, listen. I'm saying I don't class flirting as cheating.
Okay.
But
Okay.
I do believe that you can innocently flirt.
Yes.
But I think the problem is you never know what the other person is thinking. And you might be innocently flirting, but you don't know what they're taking it as. You don't know that they're also innocent. Your intentions can be innocent. An innocent flirt about the office to feel good. I get that. But you don't.
Paperwork.
Yeah, at the photocopier, at the printer, and the coffee machine. But the problem is that you don't know if the receiving end is also innocent.
Well, you don't want that person there flirting
to get the wrong
like,
impression.
Brian really, you know.
Yeah, you don't want to give someone the wrong impression.
I mean,
but I get innocently flirting, but you just never know what the other person.
Depends. There's a fine line between just like having like getting on and being, you know, a bit cheeky, a bit of banter,
a bit naughty,
bit cheeky, a bit naughty, bit cheeky. Like that's funny. But like, there's a bit, but maybe there's like a levels to this flirting.
Yeah. See,
like if you're touching on,
not
getting
close.
Touch,
no. I'm seeing flirting as like
a bit
like taking the piss out of each other, like a bit of harmless, not actually like, oh well, bet you'd love to blah blah blah. Like no.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not.
Like, that's a bit serious.
Yeah.
If my fiance was doing that, I'd be pissed. That's cheating to me. I'd be pissed off.
Yeah. If it was that, but. God, it's such a...
If it was flirting is so vague.
It's so vague.
Like, is flirting like a bit of banter? Like, that's not
Are
cheating.
you like going, oh, wow.
Yeah.
But look, she's keeping herself entertained.
She wants to feel like she's still, you know, she's wifed up, but she's still got people that want her. Like, I get it. It's almost just like for her ego, isn't it? I get that.
And the thing is, like, it's probably in her personality.
To just be,
you know, vivacious. But people, Sophia, we've met people who are like, and we're like,
but
whoa.
A flirty personality.
Yeah,
I think, well, you know, you're just a flirt.
Yeah, you're just a flirt. Yeah, but they're
it's
just
not in your
like,
genes, is it?
Anyway, moving on.
I get the line there.
But bottom
line,
bottom line, do you want your boyfriend flirting with other females?
No, I don't.
Right.
But
we're lost for words. We're at loss for words.
But I can see, I wouldn't want him to, but I can see, like, if you've been in a long-term relationship, I can see the appeal of flirting with someone else. Because you get a bit of, like, excitement, but you're in your...
Yeah, but then it's like, look, if this relationship I'm in,
it's
Sophia,
not always that deep.
But
it's
Sophia,
a bit of light, you know, ha ha
ha. Yeah, but I want to be able to
feel good.
I want to
like,
be able to flirt with my fiance.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
like,
just for argument's sake. I got with the brother of the boy I'm currently seeing, but I'm not sure if he knows. To be honest, he probably does. He can't know. He probably doesn't know because that's the.
Is the brother not like? Oh,
well, the brother probably doesn't. Well, if he's just he's probably not met the fam yet. But is there going to be a point where this guy you're singing
Christmas dinner, pass me the potatoes?
Is there going to get to a point where this guy is talking to his brother? Like, I'm seeing this really great girl.
Yeah,
her name's Sarah.
Yeah,
and he's like, oh, I know Sarah. What? Can you show me a picture? And then they're having to deal with that themselves.
Do you know what I think? What would you do in this situation?
You can act like you didn't know they were brothers. Can she?
Yeah, but so how do you know? Has she gone round to the family home and been like, oh, hello, Toby?
Well, look, if I got with someone called Ben Smith, okay, then I was getting with someone called Tom Smith, I'd think, ooh, and I'm sorry, they must look.
It must be a resemblance. The sound of their voice.
There's got to be similar ages.
You must have spoke about
their
mum's name. Like there must be something connected there.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They'll have the same fucking life story.
Yeah.
I don't think he knows yet because I don't think they'd be all right with that.
Do you know what I think?
Are brothers okay with that? Having slept with the same girl?
I think if friends aren't, I think brothers aren't.
Well, that's like me and Lydia.
Do you know what? I feel like if you get caught in this situation, the earlier you say something, the better. Because the earlier it is, it can be like a joke, and it can be like, oh, ha ha, how funny, like, I didn't know, like, what?
Yeah.
Because if you both keep it, say if this progresses and you decide to keep it a secret, it's going to come out at some point, then it's so much worse. It feels so much more like wrong.
You actually can't
kept it a secret.
You actually can't really play it off that you didn't know because it must be obvious. It must be obvious, right?
I think you just got to be like, like this is awkward.
Is Tom your brother?
By any chance? Like,
wow.
And then you gotta just respect that he might just want to bow out at that point. But I think the longer you
leave it, depends if you see...
How do you see this guy?
Do you know what I mean? Because
it's a bit of fun, no one needs to know.
You could just ride it out and no one cares. But like, if you're like, if he's getting a bit fucking deep, then you got
bit attached.
Bit attached. So you can't be like, no.
Then it gets worse.
Right, this girl just said, I just started an argument so I could break up with my boyfriend, praying he doesn't apologise. Ouch. I understand this logic.
Oh, I absolutely understand this logic.
I understand. The last thing you want to do is break up with someone. I want to.
No, this is
you
why.
need a. It's almost like.
This is why, right? This is literally proven fact. So you know, like when obviously this is like really stereotypical, but you know, like when say if you're seeing a guy, like maybe even he's your boyfriend and you're like together,
yeah,
and then the guys can often go like very cold, be really mean, go very switch
when they,
up.
you know, when they stop replying
and they just turn into a bit of a twat, and it's like, God, you've really, like, you're not how you used to. This is really different. It's because they're wanting you to break up with them.
Oh, of course.
So they're like, well, I act like a twat, so you break up with me instead.
But
no one wants to have to break up with someone. Like, it's hassle. Like, they would much rather just be broken up with, because then they can feel like, oh, okay, like, I'm rather than them breaking up with you and then you, blah, blah. So they just turn into a dick, so you break up with them. I actually know that. I've been told that by men.
The logic is completely there.
Which I get it, because I would do the same.
But
in the hopes that, oh, they end it instead.
But it makes
then
some
then you don't have the guilt and the...
But it makes some people cling on to what they had and then
fight for it. Fight for this love.
And you know what I mean? And then you get really upset and overworked and desperate, and you know, and then it's all very tough.
Stressful.
That's not nice. I mean, it's horrible. Don't go mean on me and start ghosting me. Just say, I'm not into you anymore, Chintz.
I know.
I'm not into that anymore.
I don't want any of that anymore.
Don't want it. I'll be like, but at least you'd know.
We should have some.
Because you know, when you like don't have an answer,
the unknown,
you know,
then you start making up your own
scenarios.
Scenarios.
It's when you start making up your own scenarios in your head when they've not actually said anything and not really done anything.
Confession that she
said,
I think that's normal, to be honest. I think everyone does that at some point.
Well, yeah, it's just the easy way out, isn't it?
It's the easy way out. Yeah.
You prick. Oh, I'm out. I'm done.
I'm out of here. I'm leaving.
I'm leaving. I'm gone.
I'm leaving.
This is fun.
No more.
We're gonna spice this up. Maybe this is a new lockdown activity for us all.
What?
We sure want to delve in, don't we?
What?
We'll get a little pen pal.
What?
Let's go. She says, I've been engaged to an American prisoner since June 2020.
So the summer. Since last summer.
So when did
engaged.
So that's already been 6 months of engagement. Is that quick maths?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, very quick.
Was that good quick maths?
Yeah, I think it might be 7.
June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January. 9 months! So when did this relationship start?
Probably a few months earlier.
Wow, so your family don't know. Well, how long is he incarcerated for? We actually had a dilemma on the podcast.
We did. We had a very similar dilemma.
He wasn't coming out for 6 years.
6 years. Like, how long has this guy got left on his sentence?
Look, do you know what?
Is he going to be out early for good behaviour?
What? I hope so. I hope so. And I hope he sent you promise rings. I hope
the girl on the podcast sent flowers, promise rings. So, ladies, right? This girl on the podcast, her boyfriend's in prison and is still managing to send her presents and flowers.
Calling daily communication. Daily, he's incarcerated in the USA.
And you're sending flowers. So if your boyfriends are not sending you flowers,
a ring from jail
because they haven't got time, no. If a man from prison can send me flowers,
who's got 6 years left on his sentence, and he's making that much,
you can stop at Sainsbury's on your way home
and bring me
a bouquet or something, please.
We're not accepting anything less. This guy
is incarcerated.
He has set the bar for us all.
I respect that man.
I respect that man. I want one.
Yeah.
I'm getting
You can get one.
You can talk to prisoners online. Just Google it. US prisoner. You email with them and then gets to phone calls and you fall in love.
Yeah.
You got a great guy.
Who's not cheating on you because he's in prison.
Sending you promise rings, flowers.
Yeah. Engagements.
Right.
Chocolate.
So how long? So say you fell in love. She's in love with an inmate. Okay.
She's a very real thing. Like, it happens to girls. I think it's quite romantic.
It happens. Right, so Sophia's in love with an inmate. How long is too long to wait? What's your cut-off for how many years he's got left? So, like, would you... 3. Do you know what? 3 years goes like that. Especially when you're in love.
Yeah. I think 3. I mean, ideally, if you're coming out in a year, great.
8 months, wow.
Yeah.
Because that's
Otherwise,
there's a lot of anticipation.
Yeah,
it's
exciting. We're on the
You've got 8
build
months,
up. Yeah,
kids.
countdown. Yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I think if it's longer, honestly, if it's longer than a year to 2 years, say if it was like 4 years and you are like, say if you are like committed to this man in prison that you've met online, then I think you could potentially be wasting a lot of years of your life waiting for this man who then comes out and it isn't what he promises or isn't doing what he said he would do. So I think if you wait a year, 2 years, not bad. But if you're putting off more and more and more, I think maybe
6,
not.
Yeah. I mean, is there any harm
Conjugal visits?
I mean, I told Sophia, I informed Sophia. Let me get the proper definition.
If you have a conjugal visit, then I think
maybe it's
you
because
could
of
wait a bit
Corona.
longer.
Maybe we can't do conjugal visits. But I love this show called The World's Toughest Prisons. I love it. It's on Netflix. Everyone tune in.
Mean Girls is on Netflix now. Did you know that?
Yeah. All right. And it's just like all about the inmates and whatnot. They go to like the craziest prisons. How are we spelling conjugal?
CONGEAL, conjugal.
No, that's
right?
congeal. Conjugal.
Prison visits.
Conjugal.
Oh.
Relating to marital relation. Oh. Yeah, okay. So a conjugal visit in prison is when you can have a lover's
night.
So, because I was saying, you can conceive children in prison on a conjugal visit. And you could always say, I was conceived in prison.
Behind bars.
Behind bars. My father was incarcerated. I was conceived.
I think it's quite romantic.
No, I think it's really... Do you know what?
The lens that you'll go to create
the lens for the love.
Yeah.
Our love was so strong, not even the prison bars. Not even the prison bars could keep us away. Not even the prison bars could keep me from creating you. That's an option. A conjugal visit.
Then I think we could go to, you know...
But for us UK ladies,
meeting in the US.
If we're talking to a US prisoner, I don't think we can quite go there just yet.
It's a big commitment to get yourself wrapped up in.
Big commitment. But if anyone wants, you know, to brush up their emailing skills.
Yeah, they're, what's the word? Their writing...
Your writing skills. You know, if you want to type out some lengthy emails to the inmates.
Practice the paragraph.
It might be quite, do you know what, it might be quite nice.
Someone to talk to.
Yeah.
Even if it never gets romantic, you know, just for a bit of back and forth.
Well, it's just a pet and pal and it's someone for them to talk to. Good.
Yeah, it's quite nice actually.
So her thing was her family don't know.
Shit.
I personally...
Does family need to know at this point?
Until you're in my arms and I know that, do you know what I mean? I don't want to worry.
Yeah.
Because when you just lay out the facts...
Isn't she?
Yeah, is she wearing the ring? Has he got you? I'm sure he's got your ring from prison. Yeah, I mean, the other guy did.
If he's not, you need to get one of them.
If he's not, you need to find yourself.
Sorry, we cut off.
Sorry.
I was on a really good tangent.
She was on a great tandent talking about your parents. So she was basically saying that...
I said there's no need to tell your parents yet because... What did I say?
Because
they're going to try and talk you out of it. You're not going to want to talk out of it. You're going to fall out with your parents because you're in love with him. They're not going to be supportive. It's just going to cause a rift. When really, what's the point? Because they're not going to be supportive because what parents would be supportive of someone?
Well, exactly.
Not many.
They could hop on a phone call with him.
Get to know him. Can we set up a Zoom link? Does it work like that?
Can we set up a Microsoft Teams?
A WhatsApp chat?
WhatsApp video live? There's options here.
Yeah, there's options. There's options.
Good luck.
Good luck with the conjugal visits.
Taking a different tangent here. I've slept with my step-brother on various occasions. I mean, technically, you're not doing anything wrong. Because the thing is, this guy, or, you know, he is technically, if he was just walking the street...
Well, yeah, there's no genetic
link. Forgive me, Father.
But still,
No, but it's... Yeah.
How can... I personally,
Well, it's for your, technically, if we're looking at the facts.
the genetic, the science
the
behind
science.
it, there's no
issue
link between
here.
you two.
Yeah.
But in the eyes of the law,
In the
you are
eyes-
siblings.
And the Lord.
In the big guy up there, you are siblings now. So
Well, yeah, and also your dad or your mum or whoever is your.
and do you know what? If
biological-
your parents, if your like mum and dad, whoever's now got married, have a child, you will share a relation to that child. You'll both. That'll be so. Say if like
How do you
they'll
explain
both be
that?
a brother, you know, like both sides. That child will be both of your
So
siblings.
say-
So that kind of makes you feel even more like siblings.
So say, right, let's just imagine a mum with a new guy.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
Then,
they have a baby.
so they have a baby.
So let's say that my mum and your dad have a baby. We now share a sister. If it's a girl,
Yeah.
we now share a sister. So your half sister is my half sister.
But say I was a guy and we got together and we had a child. What is that child? What is our child's relation
to our sibling,
to our
shared sibling,
but also our parents? Well, I suppose that's the grand. But then it's like, this is my mum and this is my dad.
So it's like you'd have grandparents, but just on one side. There'd only be one set of grandparents because we've got the same mum and dad. You know how it's like my mum's dads and my mum's mum and dad and my dad's mum and dad?
Yeah,
Well,
but
it's
it's
like,
like-
well, we're the mum and dad and we share the same mum and
We
dad.
share the same-
So our grandchild is going to be like, oh, I've got my grandparents.
Well,
Just-
no, because they're not your parents. Because you're a step. You're getting me fucking confused. You have your dad.
Yeah, I
And
do.
this is your mum with my dad.
So it's like
So,
grandparents, granny and granddad, this granny and this granddad have got together now. So our grandparents.
yes.
I just don't think it's worth
It's bizarre. Technically, you're not doing anything wrong.
Technically you're not, but how do your parents feel about that? I assume they don't know.
they mustn't. I mean, are you all under the same roof? Because that is a bit scary.
Guys, if you're under the same roof, can we
poor
not?
mum and dads.
Can we not?
You know the moment that they
Break it off.
hear something,
Oh, guys,
or
let's
you know,
not.
have an inkling.
I just think, like, is there not someone else, you know, that's not semi-related here?
Is there not someone else you can sleep with who isn't almost in your bloodline?
Yeah.
Who isn't your stepbrother? That's all.
There must be
There
one other person.
must be
Let me go
one
on Hinge
other
and I'll
guy.
find you someone. Now
Yeah.
send you someone so you can get out of
Absolutely.
this relationship.
Absolutely. So this gal said,
Because also, when you like break up, but you're family now, like you're
Yeah, literally,
it's quite messy, really.
very messy, because
Because
Yeah.
you are kind of related.
Yeah,
Now. But then
right.
the thing is, if their mum and dad broke up, there'd be no problem with it.
well, of course. If their relationship
Then you're just two ships passing
Yeah.
in the night.
if their relationship is casual, I don't see why you can't have a casual relationship. But
I
if
just
you're
can't.
all under the same roof,
No!
then bizarre. Right. That was a glass straw falling on the floor.
Could do with
Also,
a snack.
everyone asking, the blood did come out easily.
Yeah, did we not tell you that?
No, because I have been having questions.
Oh, they didn't watch the end of the video, then that's why.
Ah. Well,
Exposed.
shame on you.
Shame
On you. Shame on you. Right. This girl says that she's been having sex dreams about her ex, but she has a new boyfriend.
Imagine if a new
A
boyfriend-
recurring dream.
Imagine if you had a new boyfriend.
Oh, no.
And he was
No,
lying
no, no.
next to you and having sex dreams.
The devil.
I would break. That's license to sack. That's a sackable
That
offence.
is
And
actually
it's not, but I
cool.
would feel like breaking up with someone.
That would really hit me where it would hit me.
It's me too.
So you're saying my new boyfriend? Well, my boyfriend, it's not even new. Say it's just my boyfriend of a year. Let's just say I've been with him for 6
Yeah,
months to a
having
year.
sex dreams about his ex.
He's literally having a recurring dream about his ex-girlfriend. Ew. Imagine though.
I would be like, get your stuff and
No,
go.
but the thing is, like, you're not going to fucking admit it, are you? But imagine it's just happening. And you just don't know. And he's like, good morning. And he knows his ex is like right there. He's like, oh God, such a... That is minging. I feel sick.
I would be
There's no words to describe the feeling.
But so what she said then? What she's just confessed it.
She's just look. She's just gone.
Do you think it means
Just confessed
anything?
it. I'm not a dream expert, but from past experience, you have to be thinking of said thing for it to come in your dream.
Just it's in your subconscious.
It's in your
somewhere.
Look,
it's in the filing cabinet.
This is a very low comparison. I was watching Kim Tai before I went to sleep. Kim was on my iPad. Literally, Kim was she was in my dream. Yeah. Because I was thinking of Kim and I was reminded of Kim.
But then, like, again, you can have dreams. It's like, why the fuck did that come from?
Not gonna lie.
It's like, why the fuck was she in my dream? Like,
we've had some bizarre
occurrences. Where it's like, God, I'm thinking about that. But if it's recurring, then it's like, are you imagining before you go? Are you wanting to dream of that? Are you
going to sleep
imagining scenarios,
fantasizing about your ex?
I think once every now and again, normal. Like, when like
hello, we popped in.
Yeah.
I mean, this girl's been sleeping with her ex. And they broke up. She's been sleeping with her ex since they broke up in June 2019. So that is a year and 9 months.
2 years. Yeah.
But do you know what? If you're comfortable with him, as long as you're not falling, well, it's been a year and 9 months.
I just think the problem with that is, like, in my eyes, you've not actually broken up then.
Yeah, well, we don't know. It depends what's been said, what's been spoken. Have you been, like, openly about,
are you sleeping with other people?
Yeah. Or is it still like, we're just friends, but we're exclusively sleeping with each other?
So
that's a bit weird. Is it like, well, we both don't want a boyfriend or girlfriend, but we're just sleeping with each other?
Well, that I understand.
Yeah, but then it's still like it's just still them
just
who
the
they're
two of
seeing.
them.
So it's like you're still developing.
Yeah.
There's still feelings.
There's still. Well, you're still in each other. You're still very much present. Yeah. I would just feel like if I was still sleeping with an ex, I just feel like we hadn't properly broken up.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Fair enough if it was an ex of 3 years ago and now you're sleeping
together.
Yeah, but if you never had, like, a year apart or 6 months apart or a big gap, then I think, well, you don't actually know what it's like to break up. You don't actually know what life is like without them in it, do you? Because you're still seeing them every weekend or whatever. Yeah. But I get it. Like, if you're comfortable with them, you know them.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm sure it can work. You know what I mean?
I just feel like that's just gonna you've not got closure. How do you break that
person? Like, I think it's very tricky to go from breaking up to straight to, well, let's just keep sleeping with
with no break.
With no break.
Significant break.
No, like 6 months of just like growth and like absent of
time out.
Just time out of them not being in your life. Do you know what I mean?
Because do you not just feel like you're in a relationship with him? That's what I don't get.
I know, because how often
are you having dinner?
You're having breakfast.
Yeah, he knows your mum. Like, does it not feel like you're just in a relationship?
How do you go from that to that?
What's changed?
Quickly?
What's changed? What do you not do? Just what you just don't do.
And if you've not spoken about it, then that's even worse, because then it gets
blurred lines.
Well, this girl says that she doesn't fancy her boyfriend anymore. That's a really sad, because I'd be like, imagine your boyfriend
happens to the best of us.
Imagine your boyfriend just like not fancying you anymore. That is really, and you love him so much.
But do you know what? I think it happens to a lot of people.
Yeah.
I think there's we get it on the girls' bathroom, like loads of girls that I don't fancy, like help, like I don't fancy my boyfriend anymore. Because you want you want to fancy them, because you love them, they love you, you're in this great, it's a happy, healthy relationship, but it's like, shit, I don't actually fancy you anymore. And you try and force yourself.
And then you stay in it for another 2 years.
Yeah.
Because you're like, but I love him, right?
And
he loves me, and he buys me nice. Maybe
you have a good relationship.
He gets you promise rings like the guy.
Sends you flowers. But if you don't fancy them anymore,
because the thing is, it is important. Like, you need to find that person attractive.
It is.
Like, you can say, personality, absolutely.
Oh, of course.
And you can grow to find someone attractive.
Oh, absolutely. But there's got to be that baseline of your fit.
There's got to be the baseline of, like, look, you're really attractive.
There's chemistry.
But also, it's just like, if you don't, like, when you don't fancy someone, you don't want them near you. Like, you don't want them breathing. You don't want them in your, like, when you don't fancy someone, it's almost like, ooh.
You get the ick.
Yeah.
You're gonna get the ick.
So,
now
and this
if
is
you
your
don't fancy
boyfriend. So, like, you're not gonna want, like, when he's near you, you're gonna be like, oh.
You're not gonna want to sleep
You
with
know,
him.
and that's
because
really-
you're gonna be like,
Exactly.
And also, you're not. He's not gonna making you feel any type of way.
Exactly.
Down there.
Exactly.
So you're not really gonna have.
This is such a shame. I mean.
It's
I
such a
hope-
shame, but it happens to a lot of people. I think.
I think it's fairly normal. I mean, especially
do.
if you've been together
A long
if
time.
it's been from like the ages of like 16
Yeah.
to like in your 20s.
Yeah.
Things change, and you can just kind of grow out of someone.
You can.
Especially when, like, so you got with this guy when you were, 17.
Yeah.
Of course he looks different.
Yeah.
Of course you both.
And also, like, we had this thing on the podcast the other day, actually,
Yeah.
where this girl's boyfriend had just, like, really stopped making any sort of effort in his appearance.
Yes.
Wasn't working out like he used to. Just not really caring much about his own physical health, or not doing his hair, not showering,
Yeah.
that type of shit. And then she obviously was like, I'm not really attracted. And it's like, well...
And she was like, do I say something?
Because he's obviously got very comfortable in
Yeah.
a relationship, not really maintaining things. And
I know, but it's like people do just go through,
I think if you don't fancy your boyfriend anymore, I think don't do anything rational.
don't
I think
make a
see
such a
where
quick
if you're
decision.
still like happy in the relationship, obviously you're not happy because you don't fancy him, but if you're still generally happy in the relationship, I think mark where you are now, and then if in 6 months, depending on how long you've been together, I think say 6 months, you're still feeling like nothing's happening.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't a phase.
Yeah.
I'm not getting over
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I'm still feeling like, oh, I'm forcing myself.
Yeah.
Do I fancy you? Like I'm not looking at you thinking,
or you're
God,
just
you're
doubting. It's just this constant
then I
feeling.
think you owe it to your both of you just to go your separate ways. But
I don't know, it's really hard when it's like, it's really hard.
it's hard when that's the reason why.
when the
'cause-
reason isn't like, oh, I hate you.
Yeah. Like it's almost like you wish they cheated on you, so you
Yeah.
could be like, fuck you, I'm going.
So that's why, like, that girl, she started an argument so he can just,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Just not,
Sad.
just, God, our relationship's bizarre.
So bizarre.
Like, what we doing?
What we doing?
What we sat here talking
What we
about?
doing?
This male species for this long time.
Why is it that we just go out in the world and find someone?
Why is it that we
Why
have
are we
to
doing that?
mate? Well,
It's all about reproducing.
This
and
is-
continuing the human race.
yes, continuing the human race.
Yeah, it's all about
For the
kids.
future.
Because you know what? If we did not need men for a child,
Yeah.
would we be seeking them as much?
Well, no. Well, because we want, isn't it like we want?
You know, if we could just literally, like, us as women,
Yeah.
if we could literally just be like, yeah, so I'm ready to have a baby now, so I'm just gonna bloop, and now I'm pregnant. If men were not involved, would we seek out a relationship and, get marriage, and would we seek it out as much?
I don't know.
I don't know.
It depends how badly you want companionship. Because it's not all about.
No, it's not all about that, but I know.
No, but that's where that's the science.
Yeah.
Like we would mate. We don't know what we're talking. Why are we acting like scientists? What are we talking about? Yeah, evolution.
The human race.
Mankind.
No, but I was watching The Switch the other day, Jennifer Aniston, and
Yeah.
you watched that film?
Probably.
So you'd love it, it's really good, it's
Yeah.
just light-hearted. And she wants to have a baby, so she just gets a sperm donor. I'm like, yeah, I could see myself doing that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. If I get to...
Sisters doing it for themselves.
It would be fun to... Can you do that in England though? Like look at the different sperms? Or is it just like a random selection? Because I know in America you can like pick the guy the sperm's coming from.
I think you can choose. I think you have an anonymous donor or you pick.
So just like anonymous, or you can go
just
through
like a
the
batch of
files.
sperm that, yeah.
You can go through the files.
I
and
haven't
like,
looked into it, but I imagine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
'cause
that's
my
the
only
process.
knowledge of sperm donating is when was who was looking on Friends.
Joey was going to donate sperm, wasn't
Yeah,
he?
but who was looking for sperm?
Oh, Monica and Chandler.
Monica and Chandler.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yes, and they were.
Well, they were looking for a...
They were looking.
Yeah.
But it was still someone else's
Yeah.
Can't remember.
Anyway.
Well, on that note,
Is that the last one?
I'd like to
All right,
thank you
guys.
for tuning in for this episode.
For this anatomy episode.
This anatomy. I
of
hope
the
you've learned
reproductive
a lot.
systems.
Again, if you'd like to talk to an inmate, please get online and find yourself one. No, there's literally like
I think
websites
it
like
could be quite
talktoaninmate.com.
As long as it's a legit website, guys.
Yeah. Which, if it's just
And
emails,
my advice would be maybe don't give out your personal address.
Yes, don't give up. Yes. Okay, well, for
But
being
then if you,
serious,
if you want the flowers, you might have to.
maybe could you send it to a local PO box? Just to be on the safe side.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's us being responsible.
That's our
adults.
motherly advice to you guys.
A PO box or an old address. Why don't you send it to your workplace? Is that still unsafe? A little. That's still a bit unsafe.
A tiny bit.
But if you can't find a PO box, then send it to your workplace. But it's locked down. We're not in offices, so that's probably not an option for us. Can you get it sent to a post office? Your local post office? Can you do that?
Click and collect type thing.
If it's something they can order to a store that you collect, that would be great.
That would be great, yeah.
Depends.
Or if they could just send you a, you know, like a virtual voucher for a store and you can go and spend it.
That would also be really fantastic.
Yeah, so all we're giving is an email address.
Just go pick out your own flowers.
Yeah, and send me a picture of what you get.
Equally though, I'd love a big bouquet arriving.
Same.
Just be safe. And thank you for watching.
Thanks for watching.
And we'll see you next time.
Cheers.